What is up, everybody? Welcome to Studio Day Heffrey. Today is Thursday. Thursday's therapy day, so we don't have a lot of time this morning. So I did want to hit you with, if you didn't catch last night, I was hanging out with my buddy Vach Lombardi, and we were talking about all sorts of things Cowboys. And just one part of that I wanted to bring up with you today because I thought it was kind of fun. And the idea is this. When player X comes back for the Cowboys, what happens to the player who's been playing for him? And I think the biggest name and the first one that you would have to talk about in that regard is this is the last game that Terrence Steele will be playing at right tackle before Lyle Collins is back from suspension. So what happens when Lyle Collins is back from suspension? I'm surprised the number of people who have asked that question because I don't think there's any doubt or any question who the best right tackle on the Cowboys roster is, and it's Lyle Collins. So after you play New England, the next time the Cowboys step on the field, Lyle Collins will be your right tackle. And this is a good thing. Most NFL teams can't find 5 capable offensive linemen. The Cowboys might have 7. Your 5 starters when you get Lyle Collins back. Terrence Steele now looking like a capable swing tackle, backup offensive tackle. And Connor McGovern is a capable backup on the interior. Or maybe he could be my starting center at some point. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Next guy. When he comes back from injury, what will be his role? Donovan Wilson. That one is interesting because Donovan Wilson's played well for this team last year and this year when he played. But Jaron Kearse, I believe, has become a leader of the Cowboys defense, a tone setter for the Cowboys defense. So the good news is that Dan Quinn has done a really nice job of finding a way to get lots of guys on the field, especially safeties. Jaron Kearse plays some linebacker. You'll take a linebacker off the field, they'll call it big nickel, and Jaron Kearse will play while DeMonte KZ and Malik Hooker play. So they're finding ways to get safeties on the field, but unlike Lyle Collins and Terrence Steele, in this case, I think the replacement did take the job. They'll find a way to get Donovan Wilson on the field. He will play snaps, but Jaron Kearse is not going to go back to the sideline. He's played too well. He ain't going back. Next one. What happens when Neville Gallimore, defensive tackle, is ready to play football again? Osa Odighizuwa has been the starter. What happens? My answer? Neville Gallimore gets in where he fits in, a lot like Donovan Wilson. Because in this case, like one of my rules about this is probably a good time for this. My rule is if the replacement guy steps on the field and plays better than the starter ever has, then you took his job, right? So like in the case of Terrence Steele, he is not playing better than Lyle Collins has ever played. Not even close. He's getting the job done. But in the case of Jaron Kearse and Donovan Wilson, it's close. Jaron Kearse might be playing better than Wilson's ever played. It becomes a debate, and he's the defensive coordinator's guy. Dan Quinn brought in Jaron Kearse, so that one's interesting. Osa, as a rookie, I believe has put together better tape than Neville Gallimore ever has. So Neville Gallimore looked like he was having a really good training camp. I was excited about the season, what he might turn into, but Osa's already doing it. So what Neville Gallimore is going to have to do is figure out, is there a way we can play together? Am I going to line up and play some one technique, some nose tackle? Or when we go 3 down linemen and 2 stand-ups, like, can I get on the field with Osa? Because I don't think he's getting that job back. Next one. Obviously is what happens when Michael Gallup gets back. Follow my rules. My rules are clear. Is Cedric Wilson playing better than Michael Gallup ever has? No. He's doing the job. This is more of a Terrence Steele situation where what you do is you be happy and you be thankful that what you have is even more weapons. You haven't really noticed Michael Gallup being gone because this Cowboys offense has been explosive. It's been efficient. It's been one of the 2 or 3 best offenses in the league. So you just be grateful that now you know I can take an injury at wide receiver and not really miss a beat. But when Michael Gallup gets back, I do think Cedric Wilson will play. He will get snaps. He will not get more snaps than Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is going to get that job back. Next, What happens when, let's say, Dorance Armstrong gets back? Obviously, when Tank Lawrence gets back, he's playing, right? But when Dorance Armstrong gets back, we have a question there too. Because now Chauncey Golston, third-round pick, has been playing. And I think he has played incredibly well, especially for a rookie. So when you do get Dorance Armstrong back, I think Dorance Armstrong's in a dogfight every week at practice with Chauncey Golston to try to earn snaps, because this is a draft pick of the team, which means that Dan Quinn and this defensive staff liked him, and he's a guy that immediately has been a good player for you. So I think Chauncey Golston has sort of blurred things for you on the defensive line. And finally, what happens when boss man fat Kelvin Joseph is ready to return from injury? The answer? Nothing. Anthony Brown's played pretty well the last 3 weeks. Anthony Brown's been in the league for a half decade. Kelvin Joseph is still going to have to prove in practice and maybe in like NFL games in garbage time what he can do, and that he could be an improvement over somebody that's on the field right now. And I think most people know that I was a huge fan of his in the draft process. I think that Kelvin Joseph could be a really, really good player if the non-football playing questions come up positive. I think he can be a really good player. But at this point, you have to have a reason to put him on the field, and I don't see it. Anthony Brown would have to have big-time struggles. Kelvin would have to be back and practicing, which he isn't even doing yet. So that is all of the guys who are currently out, and when they get back, what happens? You now have the answers, according to me. Tell me which answers I got wrong. Tell me which guy you want to see pop back in there when they are ready to play in the comments at youtube.com/Jeff Cavanaugh. And also, if you could, leave what you want to hear about tomorrow. I'm sure we'll get started on Cowboys Patriots, previewing that bad boy. But what else you want to hear about? Let me know there in the comments. And remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everyone. I love you. Bye.